Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Chad calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Chad talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window?
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Watch out, watch out. Watch out. Kill.
On first down, it's Haskins. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go now. Coming this way. Here we go. It's free.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Mike's 57's right. On the ball. Flare.
Snap comes at 1. Now Haskins. Over the middle, complete. It's Love. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Letting one go deep for the end. That is caught by Rice for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Tyler, 64, weak.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Fire.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
49, check 49. General West.
Back to Mixon on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Manning. That's complete to John Ross. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Ready?
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
X3, 218, chop. Ready.
Mixon will try the right side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Down. 8, read.
Check my 21. Check. Watch the twist. Watch the
80 weapons.
check out. Read.
Mixon with a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw it with Manning. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Check safety, check safety. Oh, try. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's our field. It's our field.
Now Haskins on first down. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now Joe Mixon trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Christian, Travis.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 2nd down. Manning throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Check by 21. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Haskins. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing now is Manning. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Manning. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way that pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Now a give, right side. Nixon. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On third down, Nixon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
I have to admit to a little bit of surprise on that play call. Short yardage, and they try to go wide. They got spilled for their efforts.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Manning to throw for it on fourth. And he will find his man on the outside. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Leo!
Manning now to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Matchbox lights.
This is Mixon on the draw. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Working from the gun, Manning. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Check, 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 check. Shift. Watch the shift.
So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, Spud.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his running back, Mixon. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Bengals.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Manning. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now!
From the gun, it's Manning. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Haskins looking to throw on first down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins complete to Dorsett. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Mike 57.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Watch twist.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. That'll be caught by Rice. 7 yards there and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Check 52. Shoot. 22. Check.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. On the crossing route, complete. It's Rice. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball, he competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. 57. You better be afraid of me. Hey, watch the edge. Watch it all. West. Hayward. 57's right.
Throwing on first down. Haskins. He completes this to Sutton. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
We got 3. Watch the edge.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Manning gonna throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And he fields it cleanly. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they? He's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The pass there complete to Sutton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Haskins to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. I got you.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Hey, Delta.
Yeah, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going
Fine.
To throw is Manning. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Into the red zone now. Manning. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Slam. Go Mike 50.
Here's Love again. And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, Love. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Denver, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.